What is up, guys? It's your boy Cyth or Chris, whatever you guys want to call me. And today there's gonna be a Shonen Jump Oreo collection video, and we're gonna be talking about Koma. Koma in general is it really is a hassle to even get a certain Koma that you want. Really does take a long time. First of all, how do you get Koma? Let's talk about that. To get Koma, you have to go to these two events. These two events that show in the middle tab of the the event page. There's first, they have the attack Koma, they have the ultimate Koma, and they have the sleep Koma in one side. Then in the bottom of it, they have the crit Koma, the what is it called? The debuff Koma, and I think the defensive Koma. There we go. So you get these Koma from these types. They have a lot of different types. All right, so let's say you do have your characters and you want to be more let's say more stronger in PvP. You want to take a unit to an raid event. I'm gonna try to explain it to the best of my ability. I do apologize if I do mess up sometimes, but I'm gonna try my best in how I perceive it as. So what Koma should you be using? So for example, let's say you have a very hard hitting unit. I'm gonna use Ichigo for example. Ichigo. All right, his Koma. What kind of Koma should I put on him? Let's see this real quick. So the Koma that I have on him right now is 4 crit and 2 ultimate. Why did I even do that in the first place? Well, one, I want his ultimate to have a high chance to his ultimate attack to basically kill him. I want the enemy to also be critted. Now, this Koma in specific, I could change it around. I could put 4 attack Koma and put 2 ultimate Koma. Crit wise, I will be losing that crit, but it will be worth it because let's talk about each one. Strong blow Koma set is 25% attack, so you need four of those. So let's say one, you need let's say this 1, 2, 4 basically of these little pictures right there. You need 4 of them, and then what it'll do is give you a 25% boost on your attack. Also, in your attack, one of the most best things you should do when you're adding Koma is try to look for Koma that gives a attack percentage. I'm not sure if you guys can see clearly, but I don't have an attack percentage. It really is difficult to find one. I try to look for the crit Koma that has attack based damage. First of all, one, it'll boost up this number up here all the way to the top right. It'll boost that number up by a percentage, 30% up. It'll add it right there. HP wise, I really don't look for HP definitively unless I'm going for towards my support units, depending on who they are. If they're healers, I would rather add more. I would rather add what's it called? Defensive Koma on them. 10 Iron Wall Koma set. That way they won't die too hard. I usually like to add 3. So Ichigo. If you guys have some very hard hitting units, your hard hitting units, I would suggest that you try to go for a more, maybe let's say a strong attack by 4 attack Komas, 25% boost, and ultimate attack Koma. That way, first you're getting an even more boost on your attack, and your ultimate attack is also getting a boost by the 2 ultimate attack Koma you're putting. If you put ultimate attack, let's say on, let's say for example, let me see a good one. Okay, let me compare. Say Josuke. Josuke attacks multiple times. I decided to go with 4 crit and 2 ult. One, I don't have enough attack Koma because I really rarely farm it, which I should be doing. But let's say this. Let me put it in perspective. This guy attacks, I think 5 hits of 80%. If I'm incorrect, then quote me down below. But 5 hits of 80%. 80% times, it's 80% times whatever you have right there. And then let's say for example other people that are their passives are also giving you an extra boost in your damage. But let's say by itself in its own character, 80% is gonna go towards that, so it's gonna do multiply by your attack damage, and your attack damage is pretty much gonna do like the total percentage of your attack damage times the percent of that is basically going to give you a roughly estimate. Let's say this. If I do, 1 times 1501, that's going to give me 1501. 2 times 1501 will basically give me, 3002. Very simple. So when you're deciding on which Koma to put on a certain character, the support wise, always try to go towards the defensive Koma no matter what, because one, it'll reduce the damage taken. And when you're doing defensive Koma at the same time for support characters, let's say for example when I'm, let's say somebody I've already put Koma on, somebody I put Koma on, I'm pretty sure Vivi, there we go. Vivi, I would rather have her tank damage in the front, so I could have my heavy hitters in the back while they take no damage and won't be harmed in any way, so that they can basically throw out their ultimates and all their whatever skills out to the enemy. Vivi though, I put, yes, she's a support character, but the people in the back are the attackers. I would rather have her with defensive Koma. That way it'll be harder to kill her. She's going to be more buffier, more tankier. At the same time, I would also put more health. When I go towards defensive Koma, I would rather go towards, you know, HP wise. For example, this Koma right here, what is this, number 1? Yeah, number 1 Koma set. The 1 Koma, not set, the Koma. It'll give me HP plus 40% towards your unit itself. So it'll be 40% times this of your HP, and bang, already you got even more HP than your casual, you know, random Vivi card. Let's see, what else can I throw in the mix? Honestly, it's gonna be perspective wise of what I'm thinking, in my own opinion. If you guys differ from my own opinion, it's completely fine. You know, let me know down below if you think what I could have done better. But let's say this, some of the Koma that people don't use, and I'm gonna honestly tell you, it hasn't been like a very necessary option to use. That's the thing, or I have never seen anybody use this. So one, it would be for resistance Koma set bonus. It'd be a negate status debuff 3 times. I barely see this because there's more of a beneficial point of view of using defense Koma, 25% attack Koma, ultimate attack Koma, or crit Koma. Those 4 are literally the top ones that everybody uses. You could mix and match all of them around. When you get them to let's keep going and then I'll explain. So those 4 would be pretty much the top priority Koma that you should be going for. Resistance Koma and Sleepiness Koma are really cool. I'm not gonna lie, like they you know, the negate status debuff 3 times, that's really good. But it's just not, let's say PvP wise, it's not good. Even in PvE wise, I would rather have my characters be reducing their own reducing the enemy's damage when being attacked, because it just sounds way better. You won't die as fast as a regular person. You know, when your health isn't without Koma. Sleepiness wise, Sleepiness Koma sounds cool. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it sounds like a very cool concept, but how many people have seen using it? Barely. I tried to implement it on my characters, but it's just I don't think it's really necessary. You can benefit more from crit or defense or anything like that from a prime perspective. So when choosing Koma, what should you put on someone? Support characters, let's say this, attack wise, I'm gonna name out a couple people and I'm gonna say what kind of Koma you can do, what you can put. Let's say Bobobo. Bobobo, you can pretty much put, myself, I would rather put 2 defensive wise, and I would put 4 strong blows. That's on me. I would really use them towards, you know, let's say, you know, stunning. Ichigo wise, you can do two type of sets if you really wanna. You can do 4 strong blows and 2 ultimates, or you could do 4 crits and then 2 ultimate attack Komas, because he will do a lot of damage. When you're doing characters like this that hit really hard, remember, I would suggest that you guys try to use the percentage attack Koma. When I say percentage, it's pretty much it's the Koma itself, which is let's say defensive Koma, and then when you're in that Koma, they're gonna have 3 types of like a boost, I would say. It's like HP boost, defensive boost, and attack boost. I would rather go for the attack percentage boost because it'll give you a more attack wise, you know what I mean? So characters like, you know, Cobra, my boy Saint Seiya. Saint Seiya is a great person to put some attack and some ultimate Koma, destroy any event. Let's say support wise, Hisoka is another attacker. My boy Light here, attack wise, perfect. Supporters would probably be your healers, the people that you don't want dying too fast, the people that can help you. Like, let's say this, let me see an example. You would want to use for example, Bruno, my boy, Vivi, Iori, for example. This isn't only like go towards PvP. It goes towards PvE and PvP. Depending on the units that you have, you want to try to match the Koma towards those specific units. Remember that. That's about it, guys. If you guys have any other questions down below, please comment something. If you really have a question, join the Discord. It'll be in the description as well. Smash that like button as well. Let's try to get to 30 likes, 40 likes if possible. Remember, this is my own opinion wise by itself. I'll be leaving the description to the OCHD website in the description, so you guys go check out the Koma wise and whatever you need to know. Other than that, guys, you guys have a wonderful day. You guys take care and